Next time you think you like a new guy, stop, breathe, and ask yourself this. Do you actually like him, or do you just like the way he makes you feel about yourself? Because liking someone too quickly can blind you to everything you really need to see. I know the butterflies feel magical, but sometimes they're just a warning sign with good PR. If you're new here, hi, I'm Montana, your single bestie. I make videos about confidence, solo travel, dating, and learning how to stop abandoning yourself in relationships. I have fallen for the vibe of a man more times than I want to admit. I've built entire futures in my head with someone I barely know. I've been married many times in my head. And then the fantasy got crushed right in front of my face when the fantasy fell apart. Today, we are talking about how to stop falling for potential and how to start dating from a place of power, not just feelings. So let's get into it. Why do we fall too fast for people we barely know? Validation is a drug, first and foremost. When a guy comes in with good morning texts, attention, and sweet words, especially if it's been a while, your brain lights up. It feels like love, but it's not. It's dopamine. It's familiarity. It's excitement. Second, you have been in a lonely season. He showed up and your guard was down. That's not necessarily your fault. You just confused relief with connection. And again, you were excited. That's okay. Third, you want it to work so badly, you start editing the red flags. You tell yourself, well, he's just busy when he disappears for 3 days. You tell your friends, he's emotionally deep, when really, he just trauma dumped his whole life on the first date. I once fell for a guy, honestly, this is so embarrassing, because he remembered my coffee order. I told myself it was proof that he saw me, but it turns out he remembered because he used the same thing for 3 different girls. Yeah. So our brains will stretch the smallest act of attention into a love story if we're not grounded. So let's talk about how to check in with yourself before you get too emotionally invested. Here are 5 questions I want you to ask. 1, do I like him, or do I like the attention he gives me? Be honest. Are you vibing with him, or the way he makes you feel temporarily? Am I attracted to his potential or his actual patterns? Is he consistent, or you're hoping he'll eventually become consistent? Do I feel safe and grounded around him, or am I constantly unsure? The right energy, the right person will not leave you overthinking. Do I feel like I'm showing up as me, or auditioning for approval? If you feel like you're performing instead of being seen, that's not connection, that's fear. Has he shown you emotional maturity, or just said the right things? Saying I'm big on communication means absolutely nothing if he ghosts you after a conflict. Let's talk about some of these big red flags that women miss early on. He love bombs and then disappears. Red flag. Like, don't ignore that one. He's not over his ex, but still wants to see where this goes. He only talks about his needs, but doesn't ask about yours. He's charming, but emotionally shallow. He makes you feel like you're asking for too much when you're just asking for basic things like communication. The biggest one, though, is you feel more confused than clear. Let me say this loud. Confusion is not chemistry. It's your intuition asking for help. If you find yourself constantly questioning, you already know the answer. A man who likes you and is sure of you will never make you question that. Now, I'm not saying close your heart. I'm just saying guard it with discernment. Here's how to protect your peace without building walls. Take your time. Let people earn access to you. You are not a rewards program. Time and energy are the most expensive thing you have. Be hard to afford. Observe their patterns. Early effort is cute, but long-term consistency is everything. Pay attention, especially in the beginning. Do not let things slide. Don't give girlfriend energy to men that are auditioning. You don't owe anyone unlimited emotional labor because they're nice. And do not cook a man dinner that you're just going on dates with. Ask better questions. Not, does he like me? Ask, do I like him? Can I see myself doing this long term? Would I want my daughter to be treated like this? Stay rooted in your life. Don't make a man your main character in a week. Don't self-abandon the second someone new shows up. Keep your schedule. Stay grounded in your goals. The right man won't feel like a project, bestie. He won't trigger your inner child. He won't have you Googling mixed signals at 2 a.m. You're not clingy. You've just been taught to confuse pain with passion. But we are done doing that. So before you fall, ask the hard questions. Before you label someone the one, learn to observe without attaching. You don't need to be chosen to be worthy. You are already worthy before he texted you good morning. If this video hit home for you, hit subscribe and be sure to follow on Instagram at singlebesties_. It's a daily group chat vibe and I give things away in my story sometimes. We're building the kind of confidence that doesn't need a relationship status to shine. Drop a comment if you are in your thinking before feeling era. The butterflies are not always a green flag. Sometimes they are your nervous system screaming, "We've been here before. Save us." Let's choose peace this time. You are not asking for too much. You are just asking the wrong person. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you next time. Bye.